Whoa, what just happened there? So, hello guys, it's Big Emperor here today, and today I'm doing part 3 of my Terraria Otherworld breakdown. Now, wasn't planning to do a part 3, but I noticed a lot of things that I didn't in my previous breakdown, so I'm just going to recap them over here. So, as we can see here, this here is one of the images I showed you. Now, if you look where the machine is, if you look to the right, there's a little pinkish orb there, if you can see it to the right. If you look to the right of this machine, you can see there's a little pinkish orb. Don't know what that is, but it could be something. Now, if you look down below that pinkish orb, you can see there's a couple of pots. So, of course, that means there are pots returning to the game. Something else I said in the last video, but you guys might not have been able to find it. If you look to the just left of the machine, you can see there's a bit of gold there. So, that's something else. Now, I think it was this one. I'm pretty sure it was this one. Well, this is one of the things I think I noticed. So, if no one of these things I noticed is that if you look below here, you can see that it's got the hell background. It's another thing I noticed. If you look below here, it's got the improved hell background. So, the dungeon went down to hell, but not very, very close. So, this dungeon piece together now, so maybe they've extended it, or they've done something to it. So we come to this one here. No, that was the one instead. Sorry about this. Aha, here's just the one I was after. Aha. So, this is actually, I missed a lot of things in this one that I did notice. Alright, so if you look to the right, all the way to the right, bottom right hand corner, and if you look, you can see, like, there's a little torch, you can see it over there. If you look below it, there appears to be a type of ore. Don't know what that is, but it's something. Now, if you look to the bottom left hand corner, you can see demonite. You can see one little bit of demonite down there. Bottom left hand corner is a little bit of demonite, so, proves demonite's coming back. Now, I never actually realised this, but if you look where the machine said, look at the background. It's an underground house. That we all know if it's an underground house. So maybe these machines are found in underground houses. Then you've got to do something to the machine to help it expand, maybe. I don't know. Maybe they're just placed randomly around the world, then you've got to expand that machine and evolve it over time. As you can see above the two top turrets above the chandelier. But if you look at the left turrets and look just left of them, you can see there's a little chest there. So that appears to be just a wooden chest, but it's been improved a ton, so I like that. If you look above it, there seems to be a type of explosion. If you look just above the chandelier, okay, so you look at the top left-hand turret, look at the chandelier above it, then look above that, you can see just above the hotbar, there's a little tiny health bar. You guys might be able to see that, but there's a little tiny health bar. You can see it looks like a green caterpillar on his hotbar. That's a health bar. And there's a couple of enemies up there I noticed. Now, he's got his bow equipped, and we can see how many arrows he's got. It's kind of blurred out, but you can see how many arrows he's got. I can't actually read that number. There's 3 digits there, so you can see he's got all silver gear. Then he's got another mushroom at the end. He's got some torches. He's got some of these turrets that actually shoot. So it appears that you build turrets. So this is my theory. My theory is that you build turrets, right? Like this machine here can get destroyed. If you don't protect it, this machine gets destroyed. In my opinion, it's like an event. So you go to this machine, you activate the event, mobs start coming. So for this machine to be activated, you have to defeat a certain amount of mobs. So then you build these machines and place them, and they defend it. Then once you complete the event, you know, you get your turrets to stay there. Then the thing becomes activated. Oh no, that's just a theory. I feel that'd be kind of cool though. If you find one of these machines, you have the first heap of mobs protect it, then voila. Because he seems to have one left in his inventory. So that was just something else I noticed. Now about this one, if you look in the bottom left hand corner, you can see his house, and he's got like some form of lantern down there. I thought that was kind of cool. Now if you look to the left, so here you can see his inventory, and you can see the coins. If you look to the left of that, you got this little green tree. If you look just underneath that, you can see there's like a little cave or something under there. It doesn't mean much, but you never know. So what I noticed here is the crystals. Something I didn't pick out in the original one, but there's crystals. So have a look at the 3 crystals down here. You can see that the 2 on the right are large crystals, but look at the one on the left. It's a lot smaller than the other 2, see? This doesn't appear to be the same type of crystal. This is the one on the left piece to be the crystal we saw in the inventory, but these other 2 crystals don't appear to be what we saw. So that could mean that you get 1 crystal, and upgrades it. You get a 2nd crystal, it upgrades it. You get the 3rd crystal, and it upgrades it again. Now, another thing I realised is that shields didn't play a big part in Terraria. But if you look up here, the shield's got its own little spot. So that means shields play a big part. And another thing that I found out is when you look at here, his little pets he's got here. If you look in his inventory, you can't really see anything that would activate a pet. Now, another thing I noticed in here is he's got like a purple block. If you look above the ammunition, you look above and there's like a little purple block. But if you look at his ammo, he's got 500 arrows, 500 of something else, I have no idea what they are, 999 of them, and 500 something else. But look at this. If you look at his hotbar at the very top, you can see that on the left there appears to be a top of sword. That there looks like a rainbow sword. Wouldn't that be cool if like the halo biome, there's a rainbow slime that spawns very rarely. Then you can use the rainbow slime to make the rainbow sword. Wouldn't that be cool? But that could be the Meowme, what's coming out in the 1.3 update. They might be implementing it in this as well. So that could be another spoiler. I don't know. It's just theories. It's all theories. He seems to be carrying an awful lot of mushrooms. I suppose mushrooms do heal a small amount of life. Like I said in the previous one, this is the one that's got the most amount of health here. So that's another thing. Now, let's have a look here. Some other stuff I noticed. I never really talked much about the background in these. If you have a look at this one, I never really talked much about the background. But if we look at this one, you can see the background is sort of snowish, so the background's been improved a lot. Another thing I noticed is all the trees, so they've got different textures for the trees. If you look at the snow biome trees, and you look at these trees grow a lot taller than the ones in the snow biome. So, another thing I noticed, I personally believe that guy, the bottom left there, is the NPC. Why do I believe this? Well, because look, now when there's a player, he's always holding something. The player is always holding something. As you can see, the player is holding a hammer, or an axe, whatever you want to call it. Then look at this player. He's not holding anything. He's just casually walking around. So that gives me to believe that there is an NPC. And another thing I noticed, if you look where the player is, directly below him, next to that cave, there's a little sapling. So that seems to be the new version of the sapling. That's kind of cool, I reckon. Now, another thing about the background, look at the background. That background is stunning. You can't really see the sun in this picture, but that background is darn awesome. So, what else have we got? Now, this is another thing. If you look at the crystal in this one. See how around the crystal, how it's not corrupted, then everywhere else is corrupted. So that means the crystal, that's another hint that the crystal plays a big part in this. Now, another thing I noticed, all of these machines are on platforms. All these machines are on platforms. But look at the top platforms, look at the platform, it's got like wheels underneath it. That's pretty cool. Then if you look up here, so they're all on platforms. Which is kind of cool. Now, something I realised is that the turrets that they're shooting at are zombies, so they're defending at zombies. And another thing that I found out as well is you look at the two right turrets, the one that's next to that little bit of grass and the one below. Look at his pet. You see his pet there? The two turrets on the right, you can see his pet that's hitting the zombies. It just did full damage. See the little blue thing there? That appears to be his pet. And it's actually attacking, so it appears he's got a form of staff or something, and he summoned that and it's helping him fight. So that's kind of cool. If you look to the left and below the turrets, you can see that there is a zombie, and to the right there's zombies that I said in the very first part. So yeah, so there's zombies here, and like I said, I didn't mention this clearly, but this crystal thing only appears to affect the surface, not below. So that there is another thing, that maybe each machine has its own abilities. Now, come back to this one, for the underground house, we mentioned that one. The crystal wall, what just happened there? Alright, there we go. Sorry about that. Alright, so this here, like, my theory was it was the underground ice biome, because if you look to the left of the player, where that little thing goes down, if you look all the way to the left of that, you can see like a little ice pot. So, then this is glowing mushrooms, some more glowing mushrooms. Not much else I found about this. And the reason I'm telling you guys this, because this is what I discovered after the recording. Then this here, I'll give a better picture now. See this machine here? I'll recut this one before. See the machine here? See that machine? Then look at this machine. So you can see it's an upgraded version of that machine. It's an upgraded version. So, I found that pretty cool. Then if you look to the left here, you can see the little character here. It appears to be a girl. That's normal. This thing's shooting at a couple of enemies. So you can see the enemies there. Can't quite make out what they are, but they're enemies of some sort. Then look to the left. Beneath those enemies, there's some cobwebs. So this is what else I found out. If I find anything else that seems to be relevant, I will let you guys know. If there is going to be a part 4, this is going to be like a mini-series. If there is going to be a part 4, I will be an annotation on screen right now. So, see you guys in the next video.